All right, ladies and gentlemen, General Greene, God bless you. Total capitulation. Please like and share. The deep state is on full frontal assault and attack of the American people. If you're just coming in, please like and share. God bless you all. November 12th, 2025, the deep state is on a full frontal assault of the American public. BlackRock is on the move, attempting to steal every single last American's bag. They want all of your wealth, and they have planned and roadmapped a massive economic, financial reset, of course, which culminated in extremely Orwellian aggressive lockdowns in 2020, as well as the end of small and medium-sized businesses as they prep you all for the worldwide AI robotic slaughterhouse that they had pre-planned, of course, long in advance, just like 2008 and 09, just like what many people believe in 2001. Again, I salute all of you. God bless you all. God bless our veterans. We had Veterans Day yesterday. Notice I was silent in honor of all of the wonderful men and women that serve this country, and my massive respect and support for 1776. Now the general is back, waging war on your behalf, along with Papa John, along with the Digital Noah's Ark team, kicking ass and taking no freaking prisoners. Ladies and gentlemen, we have huge news today. We must support Donald Trump in the baseless Jeffrey Epstein attacks, the hearsay, the libel, defamation of which Donald Trump has proven himself over and over again. Baseless attacks coming from the radical leftist Democrats that have held this country hostage in a massive government national debt shutdown over the last month. Now, thankfully, Donald Trump is moving this forward by 7 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Out back in Washington, D.C., the government will be reopening. But I want you to understand, pending that vote, that by the end of January, another aggressive shutdown is likely. Again, the massive debt here in the United States of America, now over $40 trillion, has gotten so out of control that massive hyperinflation collapse of U.S. fiat is here. A systematic transfer, a systematic economic reset into stablecoins. The US dollar is being replaced by blockchain tokenization, as we've all predicted. We are moving into the new AI robotic age, the new system of governance, the new system of 1 billion plus robots in every single American city and town. Westernized countries being overthrown as we speak to be integrated into a new worldwide system, a technological singularity that I've been educating, preaching, and speaking on, which is a spiritual war, by the way, for a very long time. Now, as first order of business, I do need you to follow me on X at AMTV Media. I do need you to like and share this video. Fannie Mae has just eliminated its minimum credit scoring reporting. I want you to think about how hyperinflationary this is. The U.S. government is also rolling out through the Trump administration and people like Bill Pulte in charge of our housing, 50-year mortgages. You heard it correct. Minimum credit scoring requirements are going out the window. This means every single last American will be able to get a 50-year mortgage loan. Massive new liquidity is coming into the system. $2,000 stimmies will be buying crypto and other assets coming into the system. More liquidity, more loans, the erasure of credit checks means more Americans clamoring for the same exact valuable assets, pushing prices higher. Now, why is this happening? It actually has nothing to do with the American taxpayer or the people at all. It has to do with the banks. The banks are bankrupt. They have 0% reserve requirements. They are in process now of insolvency. All the major U.S. financial institutions are broke. They are failing. We saw this, as I predicted, with Silvergate Bank not too long ago, with Alameda Bank. We saw this with the FDIC closures of all of these major institutions. We saw this in 2008 and 09 with Bank of America collapsing, Wells Fargo collapsing, Citibank collapsing. The list goes on and on. Now, we have also had more collapsed banks just in the last few days and months. The Santa Ana National Bank collapsed to zero. That was out of Texas. Pulaski Savings Bank also collapsed. January 17, 2025. The First National Bank of Lindsay, done, collapsed, bankrupt. First Republic Bank, collapsed, bankrupt. Citizens Bank in Iowa, collapsed, bankrupt. Heartland Tri-State Bank, collapsed, bankrupt. First Republic, Signature. I mentioned Silicon Valley, Almena, First City Bank of Florida, the First State Bank, Erickson Bank, all collapsed. We are in process of bank runs now. I encourage you to check out the FDIC failed bank list. This is the main FDIC website. The Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, not worth the paper it's printed on, by the way, hasn't raised its minimum allowance of $250K since, I think, 2008 and 09. Bankrupt, insolvent. So you can go look this up at the official government website. More banks will collapse in the coming days. Again, bank runs are here. Bank runs are coming to the United States of America. Massive bank failures. And this is why they're introducing 50-year mortgages. The banks are so insolvent and bankrupt that they must reset in an emergency event their 30-year mortgage paper and their securitized products out another 20 years. I want you to think about how catastrophic America's financial system is. That 30-year mortgages are no longer good enough for the major financial institutions. They must refinance an additional 20 years into 50 years. This is how piss poor that the U.S. financial system has been governed and run during your lifetime. Skyrocketing debt. U.S. Central Bank will be cutting interest rates. 2K stimmies. 50-year mortgages. BlackRock gobbling everything up. Now, I will tell you this, we are in capitulation. I'm noticing many Americans start to panic. Many people start to panic regarding their crypto bags. This tells us we're at the bottom. Go all in now. DCA. Maintain your strict asset allocations at school. Look, no one told you this was going to be easy. This is why most of your friends are broke and very few are rich. Stick to your you-know-what, your GUNs. Okay, get food, get water. Prepare with your churches and local communities. This is the forced reset that the too big to fail elites warned you of. $40 trillion in debt can't be paid back, it'll be reset. The entire mortgage, banking, housing industry has collapsed. In a hyperinflationary event, they will simply reset it into 50 years, kicking the can down the road, buying themselves another measly 20 years. The government shut down, it'll reopen till the end of January, then it will be in process of shutting down again. The trend is your friend. Interest rates will be cut. More money's coming into the system. People like Nancy Pelosi are sailing off into the sunset with their golden parachutes. Massive pandemonium in New York State with the introduction of a communist mayor. Culture wars, culture shocks, economic shocks, fiat collapse, dollar collapse, more inflation. This is where it's all headed. We must pray for the President of the United States. We must pray for liberty and freedom fighters everywhere. Now today, the radical leftist Democrats wage war with baseless, libelous, defamatory attacks on our president, alleging this, which is all false, that Donald Trump knew about the girls. Lies, defamation, libel. We must support the president. Donald Trump has won multiple lawsuits against CBS, against the socials, against other groups for this kind of libelous, defamatory acts, just like this. Now, again, I don't pretend Donald Trump's perfect. Of course he likes the pretty ladies. We all like the pretty ladies. Of course he loves the supermodels. Melania, our great first lady, is a supermodel. Donald Trump is a man's man. He builds castles. He owns golden toilets. He has Trump Tower. He's a real estate magnate. He had all of his casinos. We're not pretending that the guy's perfect, but he's not what the radical cuck Democrats are alleging. Again, baseless attacks. We must support Donald Trump. We must support American patriots. We must unite now. We must hold hands now on our way to victory. Again, understand this fact, that the deep state wants division. They want to destroy unity. They want you bickering and yelling at each other. They want you separated along the political divide. BlackRock wants you broke, wants you a slave, wants you a peasant, wants you on UBI, wants to steal your bags. I want you rich, Bitcoin rich, Litecoin rich, Ethereum rich, XRP rich, islandproject.com rich. By the way, major announcements, Deck 2 coming. We've been working overtime on that. Very, very, very exciting updates coming. Know this, folks, you are loved. You are special. You have been given the gifts that you have today as a result of God the Father, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus Christ the King. We are in control. Your commander here at the Digital Noah's Ark is in command, along with Donald Trump and our members and great American and patriots worldwide. You are the resistance. We are winning. We have absolutely decimated the fake news mainstream media over the last several decades. We have destroyed the too big to fail banks. We are now in command of hundreds of millions of dollars of no bank debt real estate. We have broken through the paradigm as the new Noahs here sailing at the Digital Noah's Ark. And this is what victory looks like. Again, I'm telling you straight up right now, this is the bottom. I also see this internally with my analytics. I see this internally as a part of my platform. I see this internally within the algorithms. This is information you don't have access to. I'm telling you, if you sell your bags now, you'll be selling the bottom to black cuck rock. Don't do that. Maintain an asset allocation. Never trade on margin. Dollar cost average. We will be breaking new records by year end. As the pandemonium and the hyperinflation sets in with 2K stimmies, 50-year mortgage reset, and a whole lot more bailouts and interest rate cuts, all that free flow capital has to move somewhere. Where is it going to move? Real assets. Where is it going to go? Blockchain tech. Where is it going to run to? AI, robots. The list goes on and on. Case in point, up freaking only. The Dow Jones Industrial Average skyrockets to a new all-time astonishing high. New 52-week high in the Dow Jones Industrial Average skyrocketing way above 48K. A brand new parabola, a parabolic record. AMD up only, the microchip AI company leading the charge today. Massive records broken, up near 10% at one point, pointing to better than expected returns. Again, these are the dips that you want to be buying. We are in a hyperinflationary event. That is what is happening. I told you the elites would pump everything into an affordability crisis. I told you prices of the real assets go up. This is how you own nothing and they'll say you'll stay happy. It is why I developed the real alternative for real, true 100% asset ownership. So you get your piece of the rock that BlackRock doesn't want you to own, with all the upside, all the capital gains, living your investment, enjoying properties, tokenizing 1,000x into Q1 2026. So folks, this is where we are today, November 12th, 2025. Again, I'm extremely bullish. This is going to be an incredible end to the year. This is Christmas, when we honor the King Jesus. So again, maintain a positive mindset here. Understand that the media is a weapon, that technology is being used as a weapon, that all of this, AI and the algorithms and the simulations, are being used as a weapon to wreck you. I speak the truth. I've been speaking the truth for nearly 20 years. I've made millions of people millionaires at all of my schools. I was the guy buying Bitcoin under 1,000, telling you to buy it under 1,000 and under 3,500 and under 10K and under 16K and at 30K and at 50K. And now I'm telling you to buy at 100K. It's the same thing now as it was before. Americans have been weaponized against by the deep state that is in full control at the moment, at least in terms of the fake news that they're pumping out. We are actually winning. The Gilded Age is here. I wholeheartedly believe we'll be in an epic bull market, bull cycle run well through 2028, the end of Donald Trump's term, probably into 29. That means as we approach the 2030s, we will be going up only into the AI, crypto, blockchain, hyperinflationary reset. Then we will probably have some kind of economic contraction and or recession. But again, they're going to grow their way out of this and break all the rules, establish new laws as they've been doing, introduce new technology like stable coins, and that's how they reset the system. Again, it's very easy to understand this. The elites don't have to play by any rules or laws. They set them. They make them. They also print all the currency. So they will just do whatever they want as they reset everybody into the new paradigm, which is what I always said would happen. So it's not supposed to make sense. Understand that. Understand it's not supposed to make sense. But one thing the government can't do is they can't not print their way out of it. They have to print their way out of it. I mean, this is something even Peter Schiff, the gold bug, who doesn't like crypto, we can at least both agree on this. I posted an old interview with him actually from about 10 years ago. This was actually pre-Peter even having a beard. He looked so much younger back then. But the point is, everybody knows this. Whether or not it's you tuning in, or it's myself, the blockchain expert, or it's Peter Schiff, the gold expert, or it's my great friend Robert Kiyosaki, who likes a lot of those various categories, or it's my good friend, billionaire hedge fund manager, Bridgewater Associates, Ray Dalio, or it's my good friend, Eric Trump. So just understand where we're headed again. Net neutral purchases are being made now at these low prices. Trump audited the gold reserves, didn't tell you about it. That's been completed. They'll now be using gold and the precious metal reserves to keep buying Bitcoin. This is a one-to-one transition of which doesn't go on the books yet. Much like China was buying tons of gold reserves but didn't report it to the public and the local Chinese or the rest of the world for a decade later. They're starting to report all those acquisitions now. Same thing's happening with Bitcoin. This is a generational opportunity. It is a generational wealth gap. This is an introduction into new technology, and it is also a spiritual war. I tweeted this too. I mean, Fannie Mae just eliminated its 620 minimum credit score to obtain a home mortgage, and the government is rolling out 50-year home loans, and you're bearish? Laughing my freaking ass off. Like, again, this is incredibly obvious. My personal opinion, go all in now. Dollar cost average, maintain your strict portfolio allocation. I mean, if you want to be broke, go ahead and sell, we'll buy your bags. I mean, if you want to stay broke and you want BlackRock to keep on pouncing you in the face, and you're looking forward to your future lockdown and universal basic peasantry income, then feel free to sell. I mean, honestly, do whatever you want. I'm just telling you how to get rich, how to make money, and what's really going on behind closed doors. In addition to the fact that our companies have no bank debt because they were preparing for all this, and we're built on the cornerstone of rock, which is why I told you to diversify. And I told you all to take profits, actually, in the past 6 months. I told you to take profits in XRP near $4 like I did. I still have a huge bag, but I took profits. I told you to take Ethereum profits. I told you to take Bitcoin profits when we almost crushed through 125K. So again, don't act surprised. You have to be very calculated and smart and strategic. You've got to maintain a strategy and your plan, which I go over at school, which is the benefit of school. And it's the benefit of all of our programs. And of course, is the number 1,000x benefit of the real estate we own. No bank debt. We don't care if the banks collapse to zero. Who even cares? Stock market could go to zero. Who cares? We have no bank debt. We'll just keep renting the properties out. They'll become more valuable. Another lockdown? No biggie. It'll even create more pandemonium into real assets. More of the billionaire elite class will want private, large estate homes right on the ocean and the beach. It doesn't matter. War declared? Doesn't matter. We're diversified. We're multi-jurisdictional. We're also digital as a part of the future tokenization launch. By the way, I did put out a new newsletter. If you didn't get it, this was released last week, and there was a few of you. Karan is one of them. I just texted him as well. A few of you reached out to my father. We'll just send it to you. Check your spam folders. But I just released our entire roadmap as we're approaching year end. A little more information on Deck 2, where we're going with that. Also, our tokenization plans only for private exclusive members. Again, only my private exclusive members that have invested with us and bet on the general and my father and own these amazing 1000x assets and enjoy all these properties living their investment are going to be the ones. They're the only founders that are 1000xing going 0 to 1 that are in our essential IPO. See my terms and disclaimers, I'm not a financial advisor, next year. So when we launch and they go minimum 30, 100, 200, 500, 1,000, 3,000 plus X, they're the only ones that got in first. You do understand that. So again, I've always said this too, pigs make money, so to speak. What's the old saying? Or, hogs get slaughtered. Like, again, don't be too greedy. Understand we're in a currency reset. There's a certain unpredictable nature to what's happening. You want to be diversified and you want to be in real assets with no bank debt. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Do what I do. I have tons of crypto bags. I take profits at all-time highs. I'll take 20, 25%. I'll reallocate into stable coins or other cryptos. I'll buy more real estate with it. Look where my millions have gone. What has the general done? He's gone into real estate with no bank debt because I already know what's coming. This is a sure thing. This is a guarantee. This is up only. This is the ark. This is godly. This is Christians fighting back. This is opportunity. This is living your investment. This is enjoyment. See how that works? Again, none of this should be a surprise. Now look, if you're bearish at 100K Bitcoin, you got a psychological problem. If you're bearish weeping at 101K Bitcoin, you ain't that smart, bro. Okay, I've been buying Bitcoin since under 1,000. I told you to buy them through chairs in the pool at 3,500. If you're depressed at 100K, 2 trillion Bitcoin, I mean, honestly, you're weak. You don't deserve to be freaking rich. Honestly, though. And you see a lot of people complaining right now as the entire crypto market is at near 4 trillion. Unbelievable. The entire crypto market is going to hundreds of trillions of dollars. Bitcoin's going to pull a 30 to 50x from its current pricing. I'm all in. I own all these assets. I've been buying more. I'm taking my own advice in dollar cost averaging, and you should too. I love you. I do believe we'll be pumping in the coming days. Again, not much time left before the end of the year. I wanted to do this critical update, up only. Always bet on yourself. Always bet on God. Always bet on faith. Always walk hand in hand with the King. Stay in prayer. Be incredibly optimistic. Know that God's got this. Know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Know that the arcs are sailing now. Know that Deck 2 will be an extremely special, limited, and finite launch of just a privileged 100 few investors. Our additional 50 million fundraise will add 2 to 3 additional mega mansion estate homes and 3 to 5 plus amazing condominiums to couple with the 13 colonies of the already raised successful fundraise of Fund 1. This will then weaponize our blockchain launch to billions of dollars into 2026 and beyond. It'll be funding multiple flagships worldwide during the blockchain takeover, and the non-believers will be left behind. And as we continue to destroy the deep state, as we continue to be the spear, the tip of it, of freedom and liberty, as we continue to operate as 1776, as we continue to not comply to a single darn thing. Nothing. We have not complied to anything. Nothing. I told you all that stuff that happened was a scam not to comply. If you did, you'd stay broke. And I'm telling you now, if you comply, you will be broke and you'll stay broke. Do not comply. Join real world Christians in the most amazing ecosystem the world has ever seen, given by God, betrothed by God, given from the King Jesus, the Holy Spirit inside all of us, a weapon for your families and your churches and your friends to fight back peacefully and resist and to build the technology of liberty that is needed. The new John Connors, the spirit of John McAfee and others, and so many of your friends and families and patriots worldwide. The tip of the spear, the light in the darkness, the domination and winning team, the All-Americans, the Navy SEALs for God, the winners here at the Digital Noah's Ark along with all y'all. I love you. I salute you. More updates like this coming. Also, please like and share. Make sure it's a must to follow me at AMTV Media on X. We have doubled our audience size there just in the last month. Get this information out. I love you. I'm praying for you. Bet on yourself. And we have a lot of exciting announcements coming. So stay tuned for that. Have a wonderful day. And I'll update you with more geopolitical news soon. Lots on the radar. We still have 3i Atlas, of course, the alien invasion. It's another psychological operation. It's a telltale sign of what's coming. I'll keep you posted on the commencing bank failures. Again, there's been many more just in the last few weeks and months. Understand there's going to be bank closures, lockdowns, and capital controls, which means you will not be able to get your money out of the bank when that happens. There will be some kind of declarative event, emergency action, executive order by the president. He will more than likely put a pause on U.S. financial markets as they reset us into the stablecoin infrastructure. Most Americans are not aware of what's actually happened, will probably be very worried during that transition. But if you're in the know, like we are, and you already understand what they're doing and how it's all systematically pre-planned inside job, deep state design, you're going to profit from it, which is how I positioned all of you and what we've positioned you for. Pivot, leverage, profit. Think and grow. Bitcoin rich. Think and grow. Islandproject.com rich. Call my father, text him with any questions, 808-442-2934. Make sure you're RSVP'd. Deck 2 launch is imminent.